Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, whatever you're watching this. All right, so here's what we're doing this week. All right, we're going to start right here. And I know it says start with slide 42 over here. Slide 42 says this. Slide 43 is your checklist, which tells you what to do. All right, here is slide 44, so that's where it starts. So I know 42 through 61 sounds like a whole lot of work, but guys, it's really not that much, okay? Now then, so you're going to start off with the history of water in Georgia. It's pretty simple. You have 1, 2, 3 paragraphs on this page. All right, water has shaped the history of humans in Georgia. Many of Georgia's boundaries are designated by bodies of water. That would be the Savannah River that separates us from South Carolina, as well as the Chattahoochee River. It comes out of the mountains, flows down this way, and makes the border between us and Alabama. Tells about how the American Indians depended on Georgia's rivers for both trade and survival. There is evidence to show that Native Americans took the Chattahoochee River and they followed it all the way down and followed it all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. Okay. Oops. Like the American Indians, Europeans also settled near water sources. These early settlements grew to become Georgia's first cities. And then you have paragraphs 4, 5, and 6. Georgia's population moved inward and away from the citizens, created new settlements along the river. So as they moved away from Savannah and moved west, they still settled near rivers. Georgia's rivers and ports focused primarily on shipping agricultural products until World War II. Though Georgia's water sources have helped the state's economy grow and flourish, they're also a source of challenge. We have droughts in Alabama and Florida, also depends on the same water that we use. So here's what you're going to do, guys. This is simple. This is what you've been doing in language arts. It's just a race activity, okay? So using the reading passages and the race-based writing, answer the following prompts in a 5 to 6 sentence paragraph. So you're going to have 1 or 2 sentences here, 1 or 2 sentences here, 1 or 2 sentences here, 1 or 2 sentences here. Simple enough, right? When you cite evidence from the text, be sure to include the number of the paragraph. Remember, this was 6, 5, 4. This is 3, 2, 1. So use these paragraphs, all right? So number 1, how have Georgia's rivers affected the development of settlements and cities over the course of time? So the first thing you're going to do is restate the question. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to answer the question. Then you're going to cite evidence from the text, citing paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Then you're going to explain, right? Explain the evidence. Here's the rubric I'm going to be using. So you can tell if you've done a good job or not. And I'm going to put your score here. Next, in what ways have Georgia's water sources helped the economic activity throughout history? Again, same thing. Restate the question, answer the question, cite evidence, explain the evidence. Okay. Again, here's another rubric. It's going to show you how I'm going to grade it and when you got your grade. What challenges do we face today in regards to Georgia's water sources? Same thing. Go back, restate the question, answer the question, cite the evidence, explain the evidence in a way that connects to the question. Again, you're citing evidence, use paragraphs 1 through 6. Okay, 4 questions here. There should be some little green boxes over here to the left for you. You're going to go through and answer the questions. Next, this is about Georgia's transportation system. Okay, read this paragraph. 2 paragraphs. Read this. Read the text. When it says read the text, this right here is what it's talking about, right here. Okay, cite at least 3 pieces of evidence to form from the text that demonstrates how the transportation system is essential to Georgia. Type them into the text box below. That means in this area right here. That means in this area right here, guys. Okay, so type it in there. Now then, if you've got to do 3 pieces of evidence, so that's at least 3 sentences, right? And then you're going to have to talk about each one. So I'm probably looking at least 6 to 8 sentences for each one. And that's it. Okay, just enough information to answer the question the way it's been put to you. 3 pieces of evidence using the race system again. Now then, this one's a little bit different. This one takes up the whole page with all the readings. Then it has here, and it asks for 5 pieces of evidence, okay? Simply because of the fact that it's a longer reading passage and has more information in it. Therefore, it is asking for more evidence. So you're probably going to have at least 10 to 12 sentences for this one. Next one, same thing. Read this information right here. Cite 3 pieces of evidence. This is one's about the airport system. Next is about deep water ports. Read this information. 3 pieces of evidence. Here we're talking about railroads. Read the paragraph. Only 2 pieces of information. Be sure you pay attention. I almost missed it. Now then, what you're going to do now is you have read about all 4 transportation systems, citing evidence of the importance of the transportation system to Georgia. Where's my camera? You need to evaluate. What does that mean? It means you need to determine and then select. Select means to choose which transportation system is the most important to Georgia. Not the one I think it is, it's one that you think it is. Okay? And then you need to cite your evidence and write it here. As it says, 3 to 5 pieces of evidence. Okay, so I'm thinking that you're going to have at least 10, 12 sentences right here. And it's going to go in this area right here. After that, we have the sorting activity where you're going to choose if it's going to be the airport, railroad, deep water port, highway system. Read the directions. There can be more than one in each scenario, so pay attention. Same thing here. And then that's it, guys. That's it. That's all you got to do. I know it seems like a lot when you hear it written out, 42 through 61. Oh my God, that's a whole lot. It's not really a whole lot. Okay? So get busy with it. Here, let's see if I can exit out of that. Get busy with it. Get finished. Shouldn't take you that long to get this done. And get it done, get it turned in. All right? Have a great rest of the day.